Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the NBA coverage. I am your boy, Coach Strib. I'm here with my co-host, Coach Calvin, Coach Williams, however you want to rock it. So we're going to start off with the standings, East-West. We're going to go over the statistical leaders. We're going to recap the All-Star break and get Coach Calvin's opinion on what I'm summarizing. He did not partake, which most people, I'll say this, you didn't miss much. We'll leave it at that. But get your opinion on things, and then I'm going to open up the floor for him to kind of go over what we're seeing, highlights, lowlights, and just news in the NBA. So starting off in the East, we got the Cleveland Cavaliers, number 1, Boston Celtics 2, New York Knicks 3, Pacers 4, Bucks 5, Pistons 6, Magic 7, Hawks 8, Miami 9, Bulls 10, 76ers 11, Brooklyn Nets 12, Toronto Raptors 13, Charlotte Hornets 14, Washington Wizards 15. In the West, we have OKC with an outstanding 8-game lead above number 2. Number 2, we have it Memphis Grizzlies, 3 Denver Nuggets, 4 Rockets, 5 Lakers, 6 Clippers, 7 Timberwolves, 8 Dallas Mavericks, 9 Sacramento Kings, 10 Golden State Warriors, 11 Phoenix Suns, Spurs are at 12, Portland Trailblazers at 13, Jazz at 14, New Orleans Pelicans sitting there at 15. So going over some statistical leaders real quick. Points per game, no surprise there. We have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander at 32.5 for OKC. Rebounds per game, Sabonis for Sacramento Kings at 14.6. Assists per game, Trae Young for the Atlanta Hawks, 11.5. Steals per game, Daniels at 3 for the Atlanta Hawks. Blocks per game, Wembanyama at 3.8 for the San Antonio Spurs. Kessler for field goal percentage at 71.8% for the Utah Jazz. 3-pointers, Kennard for the Memphis Grizzlies at 47.8%. Free throw percentage, Steph Curry of the Golden State Warriors at 92.4. Minutes per game, Bridges for the New York Knicks at 38.2. Turnovers, Trae Young for the Atlanta Hawks at 4.8. So the All-Star break was this past weekend. They had the skills challenge and the dunk contest. What I will say, the dunk contest was better than recent years. The dunk contest definitely got stepped up with Mac McClung, who three-peated in the dunk contest, dunked over a car, dunked over people that are moving. It was revitalized for the dunk contest. I forget who won the three-point contest. It was somebody new. It wasn't Dame because he was going for a three-peat. And in the Celebrity All-Star Game, I think the Celebrity All-Star Game is always fun just because you're not expecting much from people that, aren't professional basketball players. Kai Cenat's hilarious. He went crazy off of one bucket. Drewski went crazy off of one bucket, but they're acting like these stellar athletes. But I want to get to the All-Star Game. So the format was different this year. It was a 4-team tournament. So you have the Rising Stars, who was a team. But there's a lot of controversy there. Like Draymond Green has expressed his opinion on how it's not fair to the guys that work their ass off to make the All-Star team for these rising stars to play in the All-Star Game. So he said it wasn't fair, and rightfully so. I do think he has a point there. But it was 4 teams. You had the Rising Stars, you had Team Shaq, you had Team Chuck, and you had Kenny the Jet Smith had a team. And it was a 4-team tournament. You had the semifinals, and then you had the finals. It was very weird because the game itself wasn't bad. The play itself was bad. Like, you had guys in the finals, you actually had guys playing defense. You had guys actually trying to win the game. And so the semis was first team to 40 points. So, it's NBA. It's real quick to 40 for these guys. I mean, Steph Curry shoot from half court. He had a half court shot in the finals. And then the finals was the first team to 42, I believe. It was a quick game. Team Shaq won. So, like, LeBron obviously sat out because of he had his left ankle, which people are giving him shit about it, but he's had to sit out previous games before the All-Star game because of that foot injury. So why go out there and aggravate it when you're being paid all this money? And I believe a breaking news report that I saw, don't know if this is legit because I haven't seen too much on it, but apparently he signed a 2-year extension with the Lakers, making him the highest. You said what?
Who did?
LeBron.
Oh,
allegedly. I saw a
Yeah,
report that he
we
got
ain't worried
cleared.
about that. Sorry, folks. Sorry,
Uh,
I'm not impressed. I mean, it's
yeah,
LeBron, bro.
but again, I don't know if it's legit because I feel like it would have been everywhere, but I only saw like one or two posts about it. So let's just hold that with a grain of salt. I don't think it's legit just yet. I didn't have time to fast check it because I saw it when I was in the middle of some work stuff. But anyway, here's the problem with the All Star game. It wasn't the players. It wasn't the play of the game. The problem is
It's
it
the
was a
format.
three. Say that again.
The format.
Yes, it was a 3 hour event. It was a
It's
three
always
hour
the
event.
format. It's never the play, bro. It's always the format. Like
Well,
they
in
always
previous
switch
years,
it up. They always that you know why I stopped watching it, find this just to be honest, and I purposely missed it because the past few years the format has just been fucked up and I haven't liked it. So I stopped watching it. I'm
well,
sorry.
here's the thing. In past, it has been the play has been the problem. It's usually the play because nobody plays deep. No, I'm just saying the stigma. Nobody plays defense, which I don't think people look at it so one sided. If I am getting paid, if I'm getting paid 40, 50 million a year to win a championship for my team or to go out there and play, I am not going to risk getting hurt in an All-Star game. So I do understand there is going to be a level of play like down, but it still should be competitive. But this year it was competitive. That's the thing. Now the rising stars got demolished, but that's just because the teams were drafted and they were the talent was so one sided because you had KD, you had Steph Curry, LeBron, Jason Tatum. LeBron didn't play, but Jason Tatum. Like you just had dogs all on one team. But anyway, the problem is it was a 3 hour event. It was a 3 hour event, and there was only about a little over 40 minutes of basketball. So literally, game one of the semis was 12 minutes long. Game two was 16 minutes. But in between game one and game two, there was like an hour of ads, breaks, like these little entertain. Like it was almost like they were putting on. It was like this long performance, and in between the performance was the game. The focus was the focus was the breaks and these ads and like they bring out performers to do this stuff in between, like in timeouts. That was the focus, and it seemed like the game was kind of like, oh, we'll work. They'll play when they play. That was the biggest problem. Like literally,
Yeah,
the final game was like ten
hold on, I'm
minutes.
listening.
Yeah, the final game was like 10 minutes long. It's like, what are we doing? And then in between the semis and the finals, there was like almost it was like a 40 something minute break in between the semifinals and the final game. So it was like I literally thought it was over. I was like, what is it halftime? Like, what's going on? Like, I was confused. That is what the problem was with this event. Kevin Hart, I'm a Kevin Hart fan. There are parts of the where he was being funny and hilarious. It kind of seemed like he was drunk a little bit. I don't know, but he was being goofy. And he's talking. There's one point they cut his mic off because he's just talking. Now, again, I love Kevin Hart. I
He was
want it.
faded,
I
probably.
would be okay if he hosted the All Star game every year,
Yeah.
but and I understand he's doing his job. So they're telling, hey, we need you to fill this time. So I'm not putting this on Kevin Hart. And a lot of it was funny to me, honestly. It's just, it's a lot of it was funny to me. But I do understand that people are there to watch the All-Star game. That was the problem. So they need to go back to the East versus West.
Yeah, for real.
The winners win money for their charity, and the players that are on the winning that win on the winning team get 100,000, like whatever it was, that you get $100,000 if your team wins, and then you're playing for a charity. Like there needs to be something for these guys to play for, so it's a little more competitive, and there's like a reason, but a reason behind why you're out there. You see what I'm saying? That was like the biggest takeaway. But now I'm going to open the floor for you to kind of give your opinion on what you think they need to do, and then let's just get into the NBA as a whole because now is when the NBA starts. All-Star break is right around the halfway point, and we all know the NBA season starts after the All-Star break. So, open floor.
Like what they need to change, I mean, just go back to the basics. Like why I'll just keep it short and simple with that. I'm not going to give a lecture or anything like that. Just go back to the basics, like what you said at the end. So,
Yeah. East
yeah,
West.
East
Have,
West.
have a charity that they play for. So they go out there and got something to play for. Bring the kids like they used to do. They used to bring the kids from the charity, like people that represent each other. They used to bring the kids, put them in the stands so the players see who they're playing for. So
Mm-hmm.
they'll go out there and give a little bit more effort.
Yeah, yo, and I know we haven't done one in a while. I want to get your honest opinion about that Luca trade.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Here's my thing.
I know it's like what 3 weeks overdue or whatever.
Yeah. Well,
But
I did a solo one last week to talk about it. But yeah, we've been needing to sit and like talk about it.
what did you say about it when it first happened? It shocked me because first off, and I was totally wrong about my prediction and everything. I'll give my prediction and everything. So I didn't understand giving up AD, to be honest. In
If
the
you're Lakers,
huh?
you talking about for the Lakers?
Yeah, I didn't understand giving up AD in that trade. But looking at the standings, I mean, dude, they're fifth. So did the trade work out and everything, like potentially, just from that perspective? Because it didn't make sense to me. The dude's averaging a double double and he's scoring like like fine, he is scoring
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
like he double double and he scoring at his height and doing getting like a little assist and everything. I just didn't understand that. Like you gave away your all-star, like one of your all-star big man for more offense, I guess.
And it's not that much more offense is the thing.
Yeah, bro. And
It's
it's
the
not like
it's the
and
it's, yeah.
the thing about it that I didn't understand it, you're not getting like an athletic point guard. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
somebody like a Russell Westbrook that can just go to the hole and just dunk on like a young Russell or whatever. I don't know who you can compare right now, but like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You get more offense, but you give up defense so bad. Like you get a one-on-one, a switch on him, like I don't know. I just
Now,
didn't understand it at first, but I mean, right now, just looking at it, I mean, I guess it's working out potentially. So
we'll see because Lakers were fifth when AD was there. They're still fifth, so it's not like they've. I don't think Lakers got astronomically better.
I
I
don't.
think on
I
yeah
think on defense, they are
they got
gonna
worse.
like, yeah, definitely got work from a rebound perspective, like a rim protecting. Like, who's their center? Who's their backup center? Because that
Well, it was Jackson Hayes, but they just signed a 7-footer from Sacramento, Alex Lynn. They just signed him. So
he's a big.
I believe they signed him literally. Uh, I don't think he's played since they signed him because it was like not. It was I think it was literally last minute before the trade deadline. Um, but he hasn't. I think he'll play Wednesday because that's their first game since the All Star break. But besides that, but it's been Jackson Hayes, which I have been thoroughly. I don't want to say I'm impressed because he's playing at the caliber I felt like I saw his potential, and I think he's gonna get better. It's just he's been sitting behind AD, so it's kind of hard to develop at such a. It's hard to develop when you're sitting behind a future Hall of Famer that's still maybe
It's hard
still
to
at
get
the
a
tail.
rhythm because you're probably going to be in for like maybe at the max like 6 minutes.
Right, exactly. But
Yeah,
I've been thoroughly impressed with how he's been defend. And again, like I've been talking to some people, you don't need Jackson Hayes to come in and pick up the exact same slack AD was given. You don't need him to score 20, 30 points. All you need him to do is protect the rim, defensively protect the rim, help defense,
get
and
garbage.
offensively, garbage points. When you get offensive rebounds, put back, or pick and roll, lob. That's pretty much that's all you need him to do because you have Luca to make up for the point differential from losing AD. So I think when it first happened, I didn't think Lakers got astronomically better, and I don't think from a math
Did
standpoint
it
they
shock
got
you though?
what.
Did it shock you though?
Yeah, oh, I mean, it shocked the entire world. I don't think there's anybody that wasn't surprised about the trade. But when I really sat down and looked at it on paper, if you look at now, This is at the time. Now it's completely different because Mavs are injured like crazy. Gafford's out. Uh, obviously AD is out. I think they have somebody else that's crucial to their lineup that's out. Like they are,
AD's first game finals,
bro.
he
He
went crazy.
he was going on. He was on pace to score 50 plus points before he got hurt. Like he again, that's what I'm saying. So on paper, I'm looking at Dallas. I'm like, this isn't a bad matchup. And then when you hear the GM talking about defense wins championships, he's wanted to go all in on defense. Well, you go get one of the best defensive bigs in the NBA in Anthony Davis, and he can drop 30 points on you a game. And you pair him with a Kyrie Irving and a Thompson or Clay Thomas. I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why I'm freaking out his last name. But when you pair him with a Clay, and I mean, I'm looking at it, I was like, I think Dallas got better. Dallas got better defensively. And I don't think they fell off too far offensively. For the Lakers, I think they got a little bit better offensively, but I think they drastically got worse defensively. But here's my thing with the Lakers. This is my last point I want to talk about because I'm trying to see what the GM's seeing. Here's my thing. You look at the Lakers. So since they got oh my God, I forget so they started their run, right? They've won like 13 of their last 15 or something, or like 11 of their last 14, something like that. Since that run, they are ranked second defensively. Offensively, they're like number one. Their defense was ranked second. Their net rating was like second or third or something like that. But they're playing great defense. And you look at how literally their whole roster is just two-way players. AR-15 is a two-way player. LeBron James, two-way player. Jared Vanderbilt's two-way player. Gabe Vincent, two-way player. Jackson Hayes, not a two-way player, but he's heavy defense and he's gonna do what he needs to do offensively in terms of rebounds, pick and roll. You look at you can literally go down. You got Kenny or Finney, two-way player. Like you go down the roster, it is defensive centered. So if you're Lakers, are you willing to give up a little bit of defense for a generational player, a franchise next 10, 15 year, your guy? Because now Luka, I do believe Luka's going to get better defensively, being with LeBron James and seeing that level of what it takes. So I think he gets better defensively. I think JJ Redick is the coach that's going to be like, hey, I understand you're a dog on offense, but if you're going to play for me, you're going to have to start working on defense. JJ Redick is that type of guy. And on top of that, he's surrounded by guys on defense to where they can make up for that slack, where he might be the wiki sling defensively. You see what I'm saying? So it's like you could kind of almost make up for that or hide that flaw in him defensively with everybody else on the team. And now you go get, and then you sign a 7-footer out of Sacramento. Again, time will tell. Because I think a healthy Mavs is scary. I'll say that. You got AD playing the 4, not the 5, where he plays his best. With Kyrie Irving and Clay sitting in the corner. Hey.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. And they got good bench players too, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, hold on. Yeah, dude, I gotta see who all they like.
Yeah. You talking about Lakers or Dallas?
Uh Dallas. Bro, they still got Derek Lively.
Yeah, they still got Derek Lively.
They got Dwight Powell. Bro, people forget. Dwight Powell used to be low key coming up on that team before he got hurt with all the injuries and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. This team PJ Washington, Brandon Williams, Jaden Harvey will get in there and then he'll do his thing sometimes.
Defense, bro.
Max Christie,
they got Max Christie was in there. Hey, he's a dog.
Spencer Dinwiddie.
Vets, bro. Guys that are 3-and-D vets. perimeter defenders.
I
And then you
forgot.
had Anthony Davis as a rim
Hey,
protector.
Caleb Martin will drop 20 on your head one night too. Don't forget that.
They got a lot of guys that if you need them to, they'll step up and drop 30, 40.
Yeah.
They don't do it consistently, but if you need them to, they're going to hunker down on defense. That defense turns to offense.
Bro, you know this crazy thing? I love the Martin twins.
Yeah.
Dude, they I don't know, bro. It's just like just their play style is just I don't know. I just like it. It's just the definition of just a good role player.
Yeah. Yeah, I love role players that are just like a Josh Hart, dude.
Everything.
Every team needs a Josh Hart. He scored 40. I forget before the break, he scored like 40 some points. And with 10 rebounds and like 15, it's like an absolute dog, bro. But if there's a game where Brunson's hot and Cat's hot and he doesn't need to score, he's not the type of guy that, let me get my buckets. He's like, okay, bet. We got these two dudes are hot. Feed them. Let me go get these rebounds for second chance buckets. Or let me go get clamps on defense. Let me bunk. Like, he's a Swiss Army knife, bro. He'll do whatever needs to be done. He don't got that ego, bro. Every team needs a Josh Hart.
Dude, he's
whatever it takes to win.
But bro, if you need him to score, bro, like
he will.
Like he will.
Exactly. That's the thing. Oh, Jalen Brunson's shot a little off. Cat's struggling. Okay, let me go get a bucket or two to get us some momentum. He'll have 15 points, 10 rebounds, and 12 assists. Whatever it takes. But that's all I got.
That's all I got too, bro. Yo.
All righty, ladies and gentlemen, y'all heard it here from the NBA coverage with your coaches. We'll catch you guys next time.
I'm gonna chase my dreams.